Thank you very much for joining me on this Friday. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields, and thank you for taking the time to care about others and share some of this information with others. Now, this is the spot we're watching in the Gulf of Mexico. Here we are across the Caribbean, Cayman Islands, Jamaica, Cuba, Yucatan of Mexico. You get over toward Cancun, Belize, Honduras right here. Here's Roatan. It's this area here, south of Louisiana, to the east of Texas, that is starting to now flare up. Now, I want to start with the European model, then I want to expand this out and show you the big wind field with this, but right now let's start with this. I also want to get into the wave heights and rain totals. Here's this area today that will be developing. Back to the west, there is a front. This is the front that's working across Texas that is going to help steer this toward Cuba, the Bahamas, Florida, then up the east coast of the United States. So you can see here, over the next 24 hours, it will really flare up. This is by the time we get into our Saturday afternoon. And you see this spin developing right here. That's going to draw a lot of weather right up through Cuba, enhance the chance of rain, Cayman Islands, northern Bahamas in particular, over toward Florida. Heavy periods of rain, the peninsula of Florida, and then tomorrow night, Saturday night, an isolated tornado risk through Florida and even the northern Bahamas. We could get some water spouts. We could see some stronger storms as well in western and central Cuba. Then by Sunday, the system gets even more organized as it lifts its way up toward the Carolinas. There'll be some tree damage north and South Carolina, parts of North and South Carolina. And then you see back behind it, we'll get a gusty flow out of the northwest. And that is going to bring us some cooler weather in spots across the Gulf and then down through parts of the Caribbean. But this tail end of it, look at this as we work our way into Sunday, back toward parts of Cuba and then over toward Haiti, the Dominican Republic, even Puerto Rico. As we get into Monday, just a huge system. So the tail end of it will increase the chance of even some scattered showers and storms right through here across Hispaniola, a few more in Jamaica on Monday, and even a few more showers and storms in Puerto Rico. So lots to cover, kind of a very broad, kind of a big system that we're tracking. So you see it here. This is the American model, very close to what we're seeing with the European model. Things are in pretty good agreement. Timing just slightly different, but you see the big front pulling through Illinois, back through Tennessee, Kentucky, down through parts of Mississippi, drawing this up. Here's Cuba. You see the increased rain over toward the Bahamas as we work our way into our Saturday afternoon. There's the system right there, working into Florida, up toward parts of Georgia and the Carolinas. Saturday night, that's when we'll get some of the heaviest weather. Could even see a few stronger storms, central Cuba. And you see here Bahamas, central and northern Bahamas, the better chance of rain. And then as we work our way into our Sunday, the system wrapping up almost like a classic nor'easter at this point. That'll bring some gusty winds up through the mid-Atlantic, and there's that big stretch, central Bahamas on Sunday, watching out for some of the storms. There's that big tail dipping all the way down into the Caribbean, and you see the flare-up of some rain and storms, Haiti and the Dominican Republic, even Puerto Rico, as we work our way into Monday, and the system moves up for our friends in the Atlantic region of Canada with some rain, some snow, watching that over toward New England. Very gusty winds. There will be power outages, southeast United States. Not for all of us, but again, just based on the vegetation and some of the wind gusts. So let me break down the winds here. And I've got both on here, both units of measurement, kilometers an hour and miles per hour in the parentheses right there. So let me take you out into our Saturday. This is Saturday, and you see the spin right there, the white shading there. So some winds around 80 kilometers an hour, 50 miles per hour. These are the gusts, and you see them right here. We've had gusty winds right across the Caribbean through Florida the last few days, and then this spin works its way up the coast. Look at that red shading. Outer banks of North Carolina, we could get some gusts around 70 miles per hour, 110 kilometers an hour. So this system really winds up, which means it strengthens, and then it will lift its way up toward New England. Very gusty winds, Cape Cod and the islands by the time we get into Monday. Some of those gusts will easily be over 50 miles per hour. The Cape and the islands, watching over toward parts of Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, even parts of coastal Maine. Some very gusty winds. Could see a little flooding along the Cape Cod Bay as this kind of brings the winds back from the north. So let me show you the waves here and just how they crank up. This is our Saturday, and you see the waves building here. This is in feet, so this is about 15, almost 20 feet here. So we're looking at 6 to 9 meters, even a little bit more. We're seeing some of these brighter colors here, so this is upwards of almost 30 feet just offshore of North Carolina. So we're over 10 meters at that point, and you see, again, just terrible conditions across the Atlantic, which is not uncommon this time of year for those seas. And then we'll see some choppy seas as we work our way back through the Caribbean and the Gulf. But that's kind of the bulk of the action. Watching those wave heights, mariners, I know you're on top of this. Captains, you're doing some fishing. You know even better than me as far as how these seas go. Now, let's get a look at the rain totals the next 3 days. So bringing you through today through Sunday, and you see northern and central Bahamas. Here's Freeport right here. So you see this black shading in here. We're looking at some spots of 150 millimeters of rain or more. Same thing in parts of Florida. For the most part, we're going to be able to handle the rain totals. Again, it's not something uncommon for our area to see very high rain totals, but there will be isolated areas of flooding. Now, will this get a name? Will it not? I don't think it is going to be a named system. It is going to fit the criteria of a subtropical storm. It's not really tropical in nature. A system that's tropical in nature really feeds off of warm water, and that's not the case on this. This is kind of dealing with two air masses, cold and warm, and that's what's helping to create this system. So it's more subtropical. Sometimes they get a name, sometimes they don't. If a system were to still get a name through the end of the year, we're still on this year's list. Vince and Whitney are the two unnamed lists. There's actually a secondary list that we go to now for names. It's not the Greek alphabet anymore, but I don't believe they're going to name it Vince. But either way, the forecast, as we've been talking about, will hold. And you see it here. Let me break it down. I want to show you something in the Eastern Caribbean. Keep an eye on Dominica, Martinique, St. Lucia, Barbados. We're going to see a flare-up of rain. Now, here's the system lifting its way up toward Florida tomorrow, and then we'll still see some rain in Belize, Honduras, Guatemala, but not as much. We need to dry out in spots, Yucatan and Mexico, Costa Rica, Panama, some scattered showers and storms. But you see that rain getting closer to Martinique, for example. We're going to see some areas, some of our islands in the Eastern Caribbean are going to get some extra rain. We're going to see that strong easterly flow cranking in. And then you see on Sunday with the tail end of the system, Jamaica will see a better chance of some scattered showers and even a few thunderstorms on Sunday as you're maybe headed out to church across Jamaica. So the rain total is fortunately going down some areas of heavier rain, but you see this little sliver right here, anywhere from Guadeloupe south back through St. Vincent, the Grenadines, Barbados, St. Lucia, Martinique. It's really hard to pinpoint, of course, when we're dealing with our islands, but with that said, there's going to be a few spots here that could get over 75 millimeters of rain or 3 inches of rain, spotty showers and storms back through Trinidad and Tobago. So at least Belize, the rain chance is trending down as well in the Yucatan of Mexico. Jamaica, we're going to see those scattered showers and storms again. Keep an eye on Sunday. Sunday, the rain chance could be as high as about 60%. And again on Monday. So Sunday and Monday, seeing a better chance of rain. Cayman Islands, we're going to have some of those scattered showers. Keep me posted in the comments on what you get or don't get. St. Lucia, as I mentioned, we'll see that little surge of moisture nearby. So kind of a wait and see on what we get. But the rain chance will bump up a notch. Barbados, about a 40% chance as we go through the weekend. Trinidad and Tobago, a 40% chance in Grenada of getting a few of those passing showers. St. Vincent, the Grenadines, a 40% chance through the weekend, so it gets slightly higher. Martinique, as I mentioned, the rain chance bumping up. We're going to see that kind of easterly flow kicking in a few more showers. Same thing in Dominica, and the rain chance gradually going up as we get toward Guadeloupe, about a 50% chance on Sunday. Antigua and Barbuda, we're holding at a 30% chance. That breeze is going to be kicking around. St. Kitts and Nevis and Montserrat, a passing shower, a 30% chance. Anguilla and St. Bart's, a 30% chance. St. Martin, Saba, and Statia through the weekend. Puerto Rico, we'll see that rain chance going up Sunday and even into Monday with kind of the system just drawing in some of that moisture. U.S. and British Virgin Islands, same thing, 50% chance through the weekend. A 50% chance of scattered showers and storms in the Dominican Republic this weekend. Going up a little bit in Haiti, and especially Sunday and Monday with the system up to the north, drawing in more moisture. Of course, I've been highlighting the Bahamas for us. Again, northern Bahamas, the worst weather. Central Bahamas, though, we are going to get some storms around as well. We're doing better in the southern Bahamas. So to break it down, our 700 island chain. Cuba, we're looking at those scattered showers and storms working our way from west to east as this system develops and moves by. So Turks and Caicos are a little bit better, but we'll see some scattered showers possible Sunday into Monday. Aruba, rain chance holding at 20 to 30%. 30% chance this weekend, Curacao and Bonaire, Bermuda. We're going to monitor this front, which will eventually help to draw in some moisture. Costa Rica, 50 to 60% chance. It's gone up a little bit more so. Guyana, some passing showers. Could see a few passing showers as we get into Suriname, and a 30% chance as we work our way into northern Venezuela for our upcoming weekend. So the Gulf storm system starts to form today. Severe storms possible through parts of the Bahamas, even down through Cuba, and of course watching Florida for tomorrow night. The tail end of the system will work its way through the Caribbean, as I was showing you, and that will give us some scattered showers and storms and gusty winds going forward. Just checked in on the recent earthquakes. Of course, there's almost always some sort of earthquake activity. That is normal, but I'll monitor that because December has been just so very active. Just know that I'm on top of that for you. So thank you for being part of this channel and sharing it with others and taking the time to subscribe. Be safe. I hope you have a good rest of your day.